Hell, bad start. Had like a saliva situation. Hello, everybody. Well, thank you, Stretchbert and RoboDude, for the subs. Thank you for joining me today, everyone. And the hype train is there. You could see, you don't always see the chat on the screen, but today I wanted to make sure it was there because I want to know your thoughts. I want to get your response and your reaction. Thank you, Nanairs, for the sub. And Green Man Cometh. Yes, he does. And LCL Smoothie. That's a great name. Wow. That's a great name. The hype train continues. Today we are talking about reactions, thoughts to the Game Awards. The Game Awards obviously just happened. I see people talking about too much Star Wars. Disney had a thing today too where they announced all kinds of future programming. And this guy is always in the chat saying talk shit about Last Jedi. You are always in the chat saying that. You can go many places on the internet and get that information. Whatever, I'm not even going to address it. Anyway, we're talking about reactions to the Game Awards. What did you think, everyone? I'm going to move this over, but what was your take on it? For everything that you've seen. Thank you, Mars as far as for the sub. What did you think when you watched it? Jeff's shoes did look fresh. I agree with that. I thought those were banging shoes. I noticed that too. I will say on my end, maybe I'll take some Discord calls too, because I want to hear from people. There are certain years I give Jeff Keighley a lot of credit, and I want to say this first and foremost. People's expectations, whatever you think right now, this year it's these are trying times, these are difficult times. There are still so many people with the same expectations, even though this year has been screwed. And this year's a write-off. There's still, and I know I can tell you this firsthand I hate this term, but it's the easiest way to cut through it. Content creator. As a content creator, I can confirm there are people who their expectations are not in any way different. Why don't you do more videos out in public? Why don't you do more this and collaborate with this guy at this game company? There's no way to get that done right now. But some people, it doesn't, like they know because of the pandemic, they can't go to work or they can't go to a movie theater, but they don't think that their entertainment should be any different. So in the scope, I don't mean to make this about me, in the scope of everything, I think Jeff Keighley did a good job. I think that was a fancy pants show. He did a really good job, making everything as legit as it could be in the current climate. So I'm gonna give you a toast to hit the can. I didn't mean to. Oh, son of a bitch! Why did I do that? Why the fuck did I do that? I knew as soon as I touched it, it was gonna be a problem, and I fucking did it anyway. You piece of shit! Why did I do it? I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen, and I still did it. Can't believe I did that. This is the worst stream of my entire life. It's not even straight now. I'm telling you guys, this thing that we have it on is the most janky. Okay. I know. And we're looking at this for the next hour, I'm telling you. Anyway. Now I gotta zoom it in. This is ridiculous. Guys, there's no excuse for this. Okay, so I agree with you, RoboDude. Jeff gets way more shit than he deserves. He's a good dude. I agree with you. He tries harder than anyone I know. To bring exciting things to the gaming community on a regular basis. And I think he deserves props for it. I think he does a really good job. He has to navigate the line between the hype of gaming stuff and commerce. To do a show like this and to pull off what he does, you have to do that dance. And the problem is that sometimes you'll go too far this way or the other, but he's trying to get the right balance. And sometimes he nails it. And sometimes you get the Schick razor guy walking around the studio or whatever that was, Sometimes that happens. But that's okay. It's like that's the side effect that if you do something big on this level, sometimes you'll have a bit like that. And that's okay. Anyway, so I want to give shout out. I'm not going to toast the camera ever again. That's the last time that'll happen. But he's in, like you said too, he's in my good books. Anyway. That said, there's some years the show just does not appeal to me. I thought for a show during a pandemic, tonight's show was very well done, but it had nothing that appealed to me personally. They announced Sephiroth up front. That was insane. And then nothing. There was just for my interests, nothing else. After that, personally, that's just me personally. The Disney presentation never ended. That went on and on and on and on all day. I mean, even people who are way into Disney or are investors were like, yo, dude, wrap this up. Like, what is going on? People were sitting there for 6 hours. All right, Rescue Rangers show. All right, She-Hulk. All right, Fuzzbucket's back. All right, Tiana's back. Moana the series, Cars the series, Operation Dumbo Drop the series, Mighty Ducks are back. They really are. I'm not joking. Swiss Family Robinson, Shaggy Dog's back. That darn cat and the cat who shat gold. All of these things. It was like, you can have too much of a good thing. That goes for anything. So I did feel like, yo, chill. But I still thought, so that, in that sense, I felt bad for Jeff that it bled into his awards. But, anyway. Yeah, but anyway, the Game Awards, personally I knew Last of Us 2 was going to win everything. I think on a technical level, or just like whatever, as a game, it was an achievement. So it deserved most of it. I thought, compared to what, I don't know. I don't think I would pick that as my game of the year. I still have some issues with it that would keep me from maybe like actually acclaiming it in that way. But it won stuff it deserved. I still think. I was happy to see, I'm agreeing with the chat, Christopher Nolan delivering Game of the Year. Hell yeah. I make no bones about it. I am a Christopher Nolan fanboy. And I can tell you right now that I don't care who knows it or, every time he puts out a movie, everyone acts like they're like so much smart, please. Oh, I liked Christopher Nolan when I was in 11th grade. Please. Well, I'm in fucking 11th grade forever. I don't care. I make no bones about it. I'm a Nolan nut. So I liked him showing up. I think it was kind of rubbish, if you ask me, that Christopher Nolan blasted this WB deal this week. He said like, he didn't say like, don't do it. He said, Warner Brothers never, in terms of all the Warner Brothers movies going on HBO Max, he's like, no one talked to any of the creatives about it. And I don't really see a good situation here. I don't know what to think about this. And no one read the article. They all jumped on him. Oh, Nolan doesn't like streaming, huh? Well, he's saying don't ever stream movies, huh? Well, guess what? I'm going to stream it. And people just want to jump on him because he's the big dog. He's the big dog. Then Denny Villeneuve, is that how you say his name? Came out and said the same shit. He said the same stuff. He said this is the antithesis of a creative situation. This is AT&T saving their stock price. And then everyone went, "Oh, yeah, that's a very good point. I hadn't really seen it from that perspective." Denis, thank you very much for that. Everyone just wants to knock Nolan down because he's the big dog. He's been on the block for a long time. Anyway, that's where I sit with the HBO director's situation. I don't think there's anything wrong. I agree. I don't think there's anything wrong about making things more accessible. I think it's more to do with them not talking to the creatives about it. There's a lot more involved in terms of like, this is stuff they already made and the deals were signed, and it might be like, hey, this you're gonna make so many things for this amount of whatever, and I think it's just a question of like they didn't talk with anyone about it. But I don't think I think it's more that they kind of surprised everyone with it than it is like, don't play my movie on streaming. I think they want theaters to come back for sure. I don't think, and let me say that too. Let me get that out of the way as well. I think things going to streaming is awesome. This Kerma, thank you for your sub. I think like in the case of Wonder Woman, I wasn't gonna go see that. Like, I just wasn't gonna go. I'm nothing against, and I didn't even hate the first one, but I just probably wasn't gonna make time for it. I was just, no, whatever. No, I'm busy. I'm not gonna go. But now that it's going to HBO Max on Christmas Day, shit, yeah, I'll watch it. Sounds great. I'm all for it. More accessible. Having the option is great. But I will say I disagree completely with this talk that, theaters are going to go away. Oh, no more theaters. Theaters are not going to go away. And I'm not saying that business won't change. I think that business is not going to be the same. I mean, how can you look at it any other way? But people will always need shit to do. Going to see a movie is it asks so little of you, and it's easy. Do you want to go see a movie? Yeah, let's go see a movie. Okay. People just need shit to do. So I don't think theaters are going to go away, but I think it's shifting. And I think it was already happening where theaters were where you see provocative storytelling and great dialogue and really personal stories. I think that's shifting to TV. That's shifting to streaming. That's shifting to things you can watch in an intimate setting, in home, with someone you love, with your family. The theater is becoming Disneyland rides. And Scorsese said that in a negative way. And there are certain ways to look at it negatively, but I think that it's becoming an experiential thing. Oh my God, we got to go see, the new Spider-Man in a theater. We got to go see. They're becoming experiences. It's less about the art house. It's about the experience. And I don't necessarily see that as bad. I've got a big ass TV at home, and I watched Portrait of a Lady on Fire on that. I didn't miss the movie theater. Personally, I would have seen it in a theater. I like that movie a lot. I would have seen it in the theater, but it was perfectly good at home. I watched it with somebody else. We're watching this. It's big and loud, and it's good enough for that. Now, the new Avengers, I got to see that in a theater. Or when Rise of Skywalker came out, case in point, Matrix 4. I'm seeing that shit in a theater. I'm glad it's on HBO Max. I want to see that in a theater. And it's coming out like a year from now, even later, a little later in December next year. We got to be vaccinated up by then. Come on. If I don't have a vaccine by that point, then I guess that's just going to be the way I go. No, but like Matrix 4, I want to see that in a theater because that's an experience. But yeah, I think it's becoming a different thing. And I think that's great. But yeah, all they're arguing about right now is the directors were not consulted about like this. You know, I get that. You know, presentation is important. You make it a certain way, and then suddenly it's like, oh, we're doing this with it. You would just think they would call you, you know, like give them a call and say, by the way, we're going to do this. And yeah, Vincent 88. Going to theaters is more of a shared experience, but watching things at home with friends or significant other can be more intimate. It's a different kind of experience. Totally agree. I think both could be awesome. But I just don't think theaters are going to go away. That is an easy experience to go have, and people are always going to want those. Theaters, if theaters all close tomorrow, 6 months from now, some rebel would open a theater and go, look, we still got one. And then it'd be the biggest thing ever. And then you see theaters come back. You know what I mean? I think there will always be a public want for that. Anyway, I don't think anyone is saying streaming sucks. I think it's more just let's have a direct line to the creators instead of going behind their back and doing it. I think that's more what it's about. But that's my interpretation of the situation. Maybe I'm totally wrong. I could be. Anyway, back to Nolan. Why the hell we were talking about this in the first place? Christopher Nolan. So hyped that Tenet is out in 4K next week. Oh, and it's a, you know, I know this is going to sound a little shameless here, but it's right. Sorry. It's right before my birthday. What greater gift? Somebody asked the last movie I saw. It was Tenet, I believe, but they played that at the, we were lucky. We have a sketchy local drive-in, and it did play there. I didn't think it was going to, but it did. And I saw it multiple times. And it was totally a Hideo Kojima cutscene. If you take that as good or bad, it was that. I really liked it. I think, I don't think any of the criticisms of it are wrong, but I really liked it. And I'm excited to have that in 4K. That's going to be really sick. All of the Nolan movies are the best looking 4K releases, I think. Okay. I like Tenet more each time I saw it too. Yeah, I agree. And then I started getting obsessed with how they did it. There's so many sequences in it that I was trying to figure out. I was like, man, they're running forward, but explosions are going backward. Like, how are they getting it? And then I'm like, wait, I'm not spoiling anything, but just stuff like that. You know, it's like, wait, I think they're filming everyone running backward so that when they play the footage forward, the explosions are reversed, but they're running forward. It was shit like that. It was really blowing me away. Anyway, so I'm really excited about that. So to take it all back, yes, I'm looking forward to Tenet coming out at home, and I was happy to see Christopher Nolan. Now we're back to the Game Awards. We've recapped back. Oh God, stop. Sorry, that was really rude that they did that. There's like a maintenance guy here or something. Can you not right now? Jesus, I'm so sorry. Lord of the Rings 4K. Yeah, I'm waiting on that because they're gonna do a big box set next year or something like that. I think I'm gonna wait. Anyway, back to the Game Awards. Was there anything in particular you guys were excited about? I as I said, after Smash Brothers, there really wasn't anything else that I'm really into. You know, the big final thing was Mass Effect. I know people who are really into Mass Effect. In the first couple, that series never ever appealed to me whatsoever. And I feel like no one's enjoyed the last few. And then the trailer that they showed tonight wasn't even an announcement. It was like, Mass Effect will continue. Oh, you don't say. Like, it makes me wish Nintendo would have put out a trailer. There will be another Mario. Oh, it's good to know. Anyway, but yeah, I just, that's never been my thing. So that was it. Yeah, a new BioWare game. I just feel like everyone's going to complain about it again. I was hoping we'd hear about an MGS remake too. I know that was a little outlandish to expect that, but that was just like, damn. Someone just asked me about it, and maybe this might be controversial. I want to hear from you. If you think I'm full of it right now, if you think that I am ill-placed in my statement here, let me know. Yeah, where the hell was Bayonetta 3? Anyway. God, that was like 3 years ago, huh? I remember when they announced that, we were at the Behemoth Christmas party, and I was checking my phone through the party, and it was like, oh, Bayonetta 3, what the hell? We were going nuts at the party about that. Damn. Anyway, okay. So this is what I gotta say this. I have never understood Perfect Dark. Thank you, Golden D, for your Golden D. I've never understood Perfect Dark. I didn't think the first one was any good. It was a new game to play on 64 when I was 13, And then a second one came out, and it was awful. And in regards to it being a better GoldenEye, I didn't like GoldenEye. I don't think I was into that. And I know that's just me, but that was not my thing in those days. I always thought it was, I just thought Perfect Dark was just kind of this sloppy thing. I felt like, personally, among my friends, I felt like they were just happy to play another N64 game because there weren't that many, or, of that scale. That's how I felt at the time, but it's been a billion years. I could be totally down the wrong path on that. Maybe my perspective is stupid on that. Totally. But I never understood it. And then the second one I got with my, when I got the 360 in 2005, I got it at Costco. I got a bundle at Costco, and it came with that. And it was just like, yeah, I agree with Howdy John. Those games belong on the N64. The IP never evolved enough for a game to be that exciting. I just feel like there's not much hook to that universe. Like, it's not beloved enough to be like, oh, yeah, time to bring this back. I don't know. That's just me. I hope it rules, but Rare has not given me enough faith. Is it Rare making this new one? I mean, it's not like given to somebody else, is it? They have not given me anything to have faith on. Like, no one in the chain has proven anything. So I don't know. I really don't know. But it's the Quadruple A studio. Okay, if they have a lot of talent behind it, I mean, I hope it's good. It's not Rare. It's a new studio. Okay, that could be good. The Initiative is Microsoft's Quadruple A studio. That's right. We retweeted that a minute ago. Okay, so that could be something. That could be something. We'll see. Super studio with a bunch of talent. Yeah, hopefully it's good. I hope it is. Did I have any thoughts on the Star Wars VR thing? Yeah, Tales from Galaxy's Edge or something like that. That could be cool. Anything with Batu. From Galaxy's Edge, I'm in. Yeah, so there was... okay, so I should say I wasn't totally disinterested in the Ghosts and Goblins remake. I guess I'm uninterested in the sense of I'm terrible at that game, but I do like that game. Like, I have the same affinity for it as I do Mega Man. I have nothing but love and respect for Mega Man. I'm terrible at it. I will not beat it because I suck, but respect. I love it, Grave Robber, thank you for the sub. But that was kind of like out of nowhere. I thought that was really cool. I really dug that. Arc 2. I didn't know there was an Arc 1. I was totally outside the window of that one. I didn't know anything about Ark. So when Vin Diesel starts showing up with the dinosaurs and all that stuff, I was just like, what? I'm sorry, what? Did we miss something? I know that the obvious joke with that was the Fast and Furious prequel. But I did laugh pretty hard that somebody tweeted out one with the logo that they made of Fast and Furious 0. And he's in all the, gear. I don't know. I did laugh at that. I know it's simple, but I laughed. But that was kind of interesting. Anytime, did you notice in that trailer, anytime they showed the kid, it was like fucking annoying. Like sticking her tongue out, and it was like a really ugly, like zoom, like what do they call that? The dolly up, zoom out, or whatever when they zoom in and dolly out. I don't know. It was like just extremely off-putting. Every time they shoved that kid's face in the camera, it was like. Ugh. But Vin looked good. And every time he would show up, we were watching the awards downstairs, and every time he showed up, we would go, "Her to love it like I do. Her outside and I hold her and I hold him under my house." Did I get copyright strike? Did I notice how bad the blood looked in that Ark trailer? It looked so fucking weird. Did it look weird? I didn't notice the blood. I didn't know there was any blood in it, to be honest. I didn't see it. Among Us got recognition. Yeah, I have not played it, to be honest, but that was cool getting them getting all these accolades for something that they did a few years ago. That was pretty cool. Good for them, honestly. But yeah, so there was that. There's a few things that just like win in one year and out the other. In one year and out the other. Like they had like a Riot Games thing. I can't. If you put a gun to my head, I couldn't tell you what that was. Red versus blue in Fortnite. Abe's Odyssey Soulstorm. Yeah, the Abe's Odyssey series, I sound like a broken record. I said it before. There weren't that many series or things or whatever that appealed to me tonight, but Abe's Odyssey, that was never a series I personally engaged in, but I give Lorne Lanning a lot of props that he had a vision, and over this many years and platforms and whatever, he stuck with it. He kept doing it. I thought that was really cool. So I like, again, it's just like Ghosts and Goblins. I don't know if I'm going to play it, but respect. Thank you. Days Before Fast Pass. Is that your full name? I don't know, but thank you. No Man's Sky won something. I must have missed that. I don't know what's going on. Where was my mind? Oh, did I get claimed? Sorry. How many whoopers? It wasn't until the show was almost over that I went, what is whooper? What is that? I was so checked out when they would bring it up. I didn't realize they were even talking about Pokemon. Stop. I'm live. There was a, it was 75% of the way through the show, and I'm looking at, and it was like, why does she keep saying whooper? What is whooper? Oh, it's a Pokemon thing. It's like anytime that got brought up, my eyes were somewhere else. Yeah, what a great quote. They said this. I saw the there's no better time to play Pokemon Go than God, I flubbed this so bad. Sorry guys. It's been a long day. There is no better time to play Pokemon Go than right now. Really? I can think of a few better times. The summer that they debuted it, where everyone, regardless of if they knew each other, met up in public and had a great time and made friends. Stood within 1 foot of each other. That might have been a little better. Her dress was straight. That okay? We're not gonna make comments. We're not gonna. Listen. I read the first thing I saw in the chat. We're gonna get this Twitch site shut down. I guarantee it. I'll figure out how. Okay. Go gather at the park right now to catch Pokemon. God, do you guys remember, seriously, that summer? That really was the last summer before hell, right? Wasn't it? Was that 2015 or 2016? When was that? I just remember months later, it was like election stuff, and it was like, it felt like the good times were over. Isn't that right? It was 2016. What a bummer that was. I drove it. We were going all over the place. I went with Sean to a couple places. It was like, oh, we can go. Let's go pick this up. And I think there might be one of these Pokemon near here. And oh, there's a gym at this place across from our office. Let's go there. And then other people would pull up, like, you guys here for the gym? Yeah, And it was like, and it was magic. We had the app at Comic-Con, and people were coming by our booth, like, yo, they're like, there's like a thing posted up here, and. I don't know. That was really, really special. And then a few months later, it was like, are you on this side or that side? Are you with us or against us? Kind of shit. And it was just, I remember when we all just wanted Pokemon a few months ago. Summer 2016 is the best and winter 2020 sucks. So summer 2024 will be perfect. Hey, I think you're onto something. Anyway, okay, so was there anything else to talk about with the Game Awards specifically? I thought they did the orchestra stuff. That was kind of cool. Anytime I hear music from, okay, so the original, we're talking Mario music. My watch keeps telling me I'm too loud. It's giving me like a reading, there's a decibel reader on this particular complication, and it keeps going like, you don't want to be in that environment. That environment is just me talking. You're telling me to not be me. If that's how I go deaf, so be it. Anyway, I'm good without hearing that. Classic. Don't need to hear it again. But man, that Mario 64 music really it's so funny because that's not even like my favorite Mario. And I didn't really love the N64. That was just not my place. I felt like the stuff I really loved was going elsewhere at that point. But man, that Mario 64 music really takes me somewhere. You know what I mean? That was really like special to hear that with an orchestra. I'd never really heard that. With that dun, 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 dun. That was really nice. But man, that Mario Galaxy soundtrack, there is just no topping that. Oh my God. For a video game, that is unreal. And that song from Odyssey is great too. It's really good. Did I play Ghost of Tsushima? I played it for like a minute. But I was just saying tonight when we saw it nominated, I really want to go back to it now that I have a PS5. Supposedly it's enhanced for that. I kind of want to check that out. Yeah, Mario Galaxy OST, man. Oh, God. I remember when we were doing the video, I think it was the second one we did for Nintendo, for the Nintendo World Championships. And that was specifically one of the soundtracks. I was like, can I please use this? Like, because they had a lot of limitations. Like, we got a Star Fox announcement later, so don't use Star Fox music. We don't want to have people talking, thinking about that right now. Let's not use that. Let's use this, or let's use that. And they had a lot of limitations. But when I did that video, or when I was adding the music to that video, I was like, can we use Galaxy? Can we please use? And they were like, I think they said something like, you can never go wrong with the Galaxy soundtrack. I mean, everyone knew it. It was like, yeah. They were like, just use an official release, please. Make it sound the best possible. And I can't remember if they supplied the files for it or not. but they didn't want it to be like, yo, don't rip audio from the game and use, that was a really special time. And that music just enhanced everything so much more. Did I play Doom Eternal? Yeah, I played it for an hour or two and I was over it. I did. I played Doom 2016. That was a really fun game. I got nothing else to really report. I just felt like I played the second one. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. Any feelings on who should have been up for best content creator this year? I mean, Darkside Phil wasn't really, I didn't feel like he got his fair shake. Keemstar didn't get brought up even once. Fred Figglehorn didn't get shit tonight, which was a bummer. You know, what's his face? Justine. What's his name? Chocolate Rain. The best content creator category. For me, I knew Alana Pierce. I know who that is. I did not know who anyone is. Bam Bam Kaboosh. That is great. Jimmy Smith. That is great. Do you mind, Jimmy Smith? I'm gonna wait for your okay on this. Can I tweet that? I'm not trying to steal anyone's joke, but I'd like to reform that into a potentially viral tweet. Anyone notice Bam Bam Kaboosh didn't get a single award tonight? Okay, so you're saying it's okay? I'm gonna do it. Okay. Okay. Not one creator award. Not one content creator award tonight for Bam Bam Kaboosh. Is this for real? Okay. All right, I've tweeted it. It's a good tweet. Thank you for that, Jimmy Smith. What did Ryan say? Let's see. Game Awards didn't give me the Game Award for most gamers, so fuck them. Jeff didn't even talk about all my platinums. That's true. He didn't bring it up. Okay. Okay. I want to see Mega 64 do something creative like that where the channel changes for a week. Bro, we did Batman week. No one was happy. I fought for that more than anybody. I love Batman week. No, I understand. I understand why people checked out on that. Bring back Hoop Goat. No, thank you. Didn't you do YouTube Comedy Week back when that was a thing? We weren't invited to do it. We still did it. Oh, man. Yeah, those goat videos. Oh, man. That was when we were required to do a series of HoloLens videos, and the tools were very difficult. Do we still have the HoloLens? I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm going to say you might see it again soon. I will say nothing else. No, I will. I will say something else. Keep an eye out. There's something in the future where if the a keen eye will find the HoloLens. And see if you can spot it. I'm not going to point it out once it happens, but there will be something that comes out. And I want... keep an eye out and see if you could spot the HoloLens. I think I can't wait. Okay. Legitimately enjoyed those videos. Thank you. There is a HoloLens video we never released online that I think is going to be on our Patreon very soon. So keep an eye out on that. Okay. Those HoloLens videos. The one, I think it was called Not Goat. I didn't even edit that. You know, a lot of them I have at least some hand in editing. Either I edit the whole thing or I'll come in and I'll do something, you know. There's very few videos I can think of where I didn't at least do something. Either I edit most of it or I'll do like one little pass on it or something. I at least do something. The Not Goat one, I had nothing to do. I was so broken by the HoloLens experience that I went to Disney World. I think. Well, that has nothing to do with it. I think I had planned the trip a long time before. But it was like, well, what do we do about this one video? And it was like, look, let's film it, but I am like too broken to edit this. So Derek edited it while I was at Disney World. I don't think it was my first time there. Maybe it might have been. Maybe it was my second time. All I know is I think it was the second time. I stayed in, they put me in, it was the weirdest Disney World trip ever because for one night, my hotel wasn't available. I was staying at the Art of Animation Hotel because I wanted to have a real Disney World experience. I wanted to have like, put me in the, you know, there's all these like fancy hotels there. It's like, no. Put me in the most Disney World of places. Like, I want to have cartoon characters around me, you know, and have the shuttle, the whole experience. I want to do that. And ironically, as I announced that, they I think the first night that hotel wasn't available, so I ended up staying in the Animal Kingdom Lodge. It's like this is consciously what I wasn't going to do, but it was for one night. I was there and it was awesome. It was really cool. You could stay there and like giraffes come up to your room. It was crazy. And then the next day it was like, okay, your room at the Art of Animation is ready. Okay, cool. And I stayed in it was I don't think this was an intentional thing. I think it was what was offered. It was the Cars suite. The room was themed to Cars. Like the table looked like Mater's truck bed or something. The table looked like that. Everything was almost like 50s diner themed, and there was car stuff all over the walls. Let me tell you, the Animal Kingdom Lodge is considered one of the nicest hotels. The Cars suite, you might hear that and think, I enjoyed the Cars room 10 times more because that felt more like the fun and gaudy and fuck it Disney World experience than this kind of like Animal Kingdom kind of taking it seriously kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? Nah, fuck that. I want to wake up in the Cars themed room and go fucking eat chicken nuggets and go on Spaceship Earth. That's the Disney World experience. I loved it. I loved my stay there. Anyway, the reason I brought all that up, the reason I'm saying all that, yeah, they had cars outside the room. They were literally outside the window. The cars were right there. Anyway, the reason I bring that up is I stayed in that room, and that was when Derek sent me. I did a rough cut of Not Goat. Can you watch it on your phone or something just to make sure you like it and you approve of it and whatever? I was like, okay. So I'm sitting at this Mater-themed table watching Not Goat. Now, if you watch Not Goat on YouTube, That's exactly what it was. He's like, tell me if I went too weird. And when it was done, I was like, nope, we're done. Turn that in. It's great. I was laughing so hard. Yeah, that was a weird situation, but I had nothing to do with the editing on that one. That was all him. And I think it was pretty much the final version that came out, except they didn't want us to show. Don't I put a gun in my mouth or something? There was something like that. They said, "Can you not show that?" And we went, "Okay." And we didn't cut it. I think we just blurred it. Like now you won't know what we're doing. Thank goodness. But anyway, an unreleased HoloLens video is coming to our Patreon, so stay tuned for that. I say pray for the bullet. Oh my God. I haven't watched this thing probably since that day. So I'm taking your word for it. Anyway, I think I was praying for the bullet that week. Anyway, no, not really, but what was your game of the year? Okay. So this might be controversial. No, I don't want to watch it right now because I don't want to get taken down. Actually, would I get taken down on my own video? I don't even know what's happening anymore. Man. I know I own it, but I don't know what is what. No, you know what? Look. There's like classical music in this. It's gonna get claimed. I ain't playing with fire, guys. I ain't playing with fire. Can't do it. Because what if the Boston Symphonic or something owns that? Put subtitles on here. Let's see. That looks 10 times worse. You can see Derek cracking up in the shot. Here, let's take it back. Do subtitles even work? Oh no. Don't, this might even be better without audio. Divorce papers are on the line. I'm sick of Amanda. She sucks. I forgot about all this. Oh my God. Amanda's going to look like a princess compared to that. What? To tell you the truth, I'm going to speak it with this tongue. What happened? This was supposed to be a Game Awards reaction stream. Do you understand me? I'm speaking words you understand well. We did not. This is one. Usually videos we improvise, there's still some sort of plan. Like we'll outline it and maybe we'll improv off that. It's very rare that we turn on the camera and we don't know what it's going to be. This was one. I don't think there was one outline. I think all we said to each other was like, yo, there's something in the other room that's, we were like, what should this next goat themed video be? And it was like, how about it's not goat? I was like, what's not goat? It's not a goat. I don't know what the fuck that means, but yeah. Okay. Hit record. Okay. And we just knew like in the other room is something called not goat. Man, I was fat. Sorry. I'm fat shaming myself. I can do it. That buckwheat groat shirt makes me really jealous because they had those at game days, but they didn't have them in my size. And I wanted one so bad. Is it? What's happening? Hold on 1 second. Oh, for some reason the chat wasn't showing up for me anymore. Okay. Oh, me wrestling away the gun. Again, we didn't know what was going to happen here, so we're trying so hard not to crack up. Oh, man. Yeah, that looks so much worse, not showing the gun in my mouth. And that me putting it in my mouth cracked Derek up so bad we couldn't continue. Perhaps this is a message from the divine above what all righteous men should do. What's going on with the chat? I can't, like, the chat isn't. Now it's going. It's like the video covering it won't let it continue. This is one of my top 5 favorite videos we've made. What the? Oh man, I don't know if that's a. I don't know if I like that compliment. Oh, okay. So then we argue, and then it's this weird thing. Is that it? Applause. There was applause at the end of that? Wow. All right, well, there you go. How many shirts do I own? Here, I want to see all the chat stuff that I missed out on. The fight for the gun is great. I love the sound effects of you hitting the wrist. I don't remember what the sounds were. How many shirts do I own? I don't even know. It has to be hundreds. You saw Tenet and loved it. See, there you go, my boy right there. I don't know if you're a boy, but I'll just say it. Thank you. Thank you. Why did I say thank you like I made it? I didn't. Okay, so what was my game of the year? Okay, game of the year. This is gonna be a little controversial. I am the kind of person that always gives it to. I love story and storytelling in games, and I look at it as another avenue to achieve that. And to be honest, most of the stuff that I play are these kind of big budget cinematic kind of games. That's what I have time to play. When I sit at home, I want a big theatrical experience, and so that's kind of how I am. A lot of times I miss out on these awesome indie games or just little games. Sometimes I miss out on that. Unless they're on Switch. I'll play them on there. I'll play indie games on there because I can take them wherever and, I have a little more time to play portably. Stop! If I hear that one more time, fuck. So typically I would pick something like Last of Us 2 or whatever, or Final Fantasy 7 remake or just whatever. Thank you, Bagingo 133 for your sub. But all those games left me cold this year. I don't know if it was me changing or them or I felt like there was more of an obsession with subverting expectations than there was just telling a rad story and going all the way. I just felt like they didn't touch me. Castle X, thank you for your sub. The game that touched me more than anything else was Animal Crossing. Thank you, Dynamite Hetty, for your sub. That is a series I've never cared about. Prior to this year, I was just like, pfft. But that game came out at just the right time in a climate that needed it more than ever. And I found something in that game where I felt safe. I was scared about the world. I was scared about my job. I didn't know what was happening, if I was going to see my friends. And then that came in and went, nah, that's all okay. That's all okay. That's all okay. How do you want to design your world? How do you want it to be? Your friend left you a note. Your friend sent you a gift. It was like exactly what was needed. And I really think that game will go down in history. It will be in the history books when this year is written about. That came out and tens of millions of people bought it, and that was their escape. I think that I think we needed that this year more than we needed Revenge is Bad or Sephiroth isn't who we thought he was. I just was unaffected. It was Animal Crossing that took me somewhere else, and I never thought I would say that. I've never cared about that series. And then this year, I didn't play it 400 hours like everybody else. Egg Day sucked. I totally agree. But yeah, I got like 50 hours out of it, and that might not be a lot compared to other people, but I mean, 50 hours of a game is a lot to me. I don't do that very often. Maybe I even got 60 out of it. I can't remember. Maybe not even close, but it was an affecting experience. I really got something out of it. That's my game of the year. What do I think of Cyberpunk's glitches? I don't know. I felt like that was coming. I felt like that's been I don't know. It was always like, is this going to run on everything? Oh, it's not. Okay. So it wasn't really shocking to me that all this is happening, but I'm also not playing it, so I don't have a much deeper thought on it. I do think it's cool, though, the glitch where you can't get their dick to stay in their pants. Been there. It was a joke. It was just a joke. It's just a joke about the glitch. We did repost the Playdate video. I think it's on Twitter. I think the Facebook version is going to be posted tomorrow. Have I played 13 Sentinels yet? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Atari is coming back with the gaming console. I feel like I've been hearing about that for a long time. Have I played Age of Calamity? Is that the Zelda? I actually don't know what the full title is. Is that the Zelda thing? That was something I was thinking, like, maybe on like Christmas break, I'll play that. I don't think I have time right now. We've been very busy with a lot of stuff. I think I'm kind of like screwed on time until Christmas. And then when Christmas hits, oh my God, I'm going to check out. That's the way I like to do vacation. I like to work my ass off. No one's making me do it. I like to until I reach that point. And then, all right, now I'm going on a break and I can't even ever feel bad about it because I earned every second of it, and I'm going to vanish like a what's something that vanishes? Like a Hollow Man. No, that movie sucked. Like a, I can't think of anything that vanishes. But yeah, I'm gonna go till Christmas, and then I'm dead to the world for a little while, and that's cool with me. We got something so good coming. I want to talk about it so bad, but I can't. But I'm so proud. Vanishes like Quibi. Yeah, that's a good one. Like a Quibi in the night. That's the name of my autobiography, Like a Quibi in the Night. When's it coming? I'm hoping in the next. Actually, what's the date? I'm hoping. No. I don't know. I don't want it. Hopefully soon. Anything to share about the Christmas cast format this year, or is it a surprise? There will be some surprises and changes to the format. We're always trying to like toy with that a little bit just to keep it interesting, but it will be limited because we want to do it safe. And again, I know I've said this before, but a lot of people's expectations does not change. and do not change. Thank you, Last Colossi, for the sub. And so I know there's going to be people that are like, what? There's not as many people. Oh, there's not. But it's not safely doable. I think we're going to keep it limited. We're going to keep it, we're going to keep it lean because we want to make sure everyone's safe and tested and everything is a good situation. We're not going to have like our usual audience of people or any of that. Better than canceling it. This is going to be like Jeff Keighley's Game Awards. He's going to do a good show with what he's got. What's your stance on physical media for Mega 64? Is it worth releasing Blu-rays of skits? I know the VHS was an exception. I still want to do that more. I think it's a question of time. I think we've all felt for a while that our next Blu-ray, I think the assumption for a while has been, it's been a long time since we talked about this, but we love doing physical media. And I think our feeling has been that our next Blu-ray is going to be, is honestly, like we want it to be version 4. I think that's the priority. Rather than getting bogged down with this other stuff in the meantime. So hopefully there will be more to come. But it has gotten harder to make that stuff too. So you never know. The places that we used to go to get that done, they're gone. Have you thought about expanding the rewards for channel points? I have 5K to blow. What? Are you talking about on here? What are the reward? I don't know. I'll send you a nice email. I don't know. Half Dome Bangers leaked on LimeWire 2 hours ago? Are you fucking kidding me? That's the last thing we needed. Fuck. Oh, you downloaded it, but it was just Bill Clinton. Okay, that's good. Well, talked about Game Award stuff. Was there any of the Disney announcements that were interesting? I feel like 90% of what they announced today, they announced like 8 billion new shows. I don't think all of them will happen. And they even said later in the presentation, like, oh, over the next decade, look at all the great stuff we have. Anything can happen in the next decade. Like I think they showed all these shows today and all these movies today because they want to look strong and they don't want to look in any way affected by the way that it is in the world right now. But that felt like too much to me. I love Star Wars. I really like Star Wars. And that was tiring to read. That was exhausting. Yeah, Chris Evans is not playing the toy Buzz Lightyear, but the human man Buzz Lightyear. I think that is awesome. I can't wait for that. Fantastic Four. I feel like they keep trying that. Good luck to them. Yeah. They made a lot of announcements, but I will say personally that the best announcement that they made, personally, my favorite announcement was this Rescue Rangers thing. I think it's a movie. I don't think it's a show. I think it's a movie. And it's a Lonely Island project. I think Akiva's directing it and Andy Samberg is Chipper Dale, like Dale or something. That's awesome. Yeah, the new Swiss Family Robinson show, I hope that means they change the Tarzan treehouse back. That would be awesome. I could see that too. I mean, that's instant hype. That's instant, no pun intended, Instagram. people would go like, yo, look, they changed the thing back to the original as hype for the new show. They change it all back to the original decorations and stuff. Wouldn't that be awesome? Star Wars Visions show. I don't even know what that is. I feel like I missed half the. And there's like Star Wars Bad Bitch, Star Wars Rangers or something, which that got me excited. I was like, oh, dude, Power Rangers, and it's not. So what is that? I don't know. Where's Apple? Yeah, I want to know, Kahuna. Where's Apple Dumpling Gang reboot? Are they ready to fucking write again or not? Come on. My overall feelings on Rise of Skywalker. I think I talked about it a year ago, right after I saw it. So my thoughts are a little more collected now. It was a missed opportunity. That whole trilogy was a missed opportunity, but I still like had a great time at all of them. I enjoyed them all. I mean, there was definitely like that third one reeked of tampering. Reeked of just shit. We had no plan. But I think the new movies were way more in touch with being Saturday morning serials, Saturday morning adventure, fun movies than the prequels were. The prequels had the world building. Maybe not the best execution, but they had the story and the world building. And the new movies really didn't do anything new or expand anything in a meaningful way, but they were fun. I had a great time. So that's how I felt with all three. And they all kind of balance out. I felt like Last Jedi had the most to say of the new movies, but then would cancel it out with completely, bizarre choices. For me, what knocks Last Jedi down to the bottom is I felt like it was afraid to be emotionally honest and emotionally real. What I loved about the old Star Wars movies is they would be sappy and earnestly so, and they wouldn't shy away from it. And then you have Last Jedi that has to make a joke. Anytime it gets emotional, it's like, oh, well, here's a joke. And that canceled out the good stuff to me. But I still don't hate the movie. I enjoyed all three. If you don't exactly. You don't analyze them too much. They're all fun. They just didn't achieve anything really that great altogether, but I enjoyed them. The whole trilogy was cracking jokes. I mean, Star Wars is full of humor. It should be. But Force Awakens, when Han Solo is talking about how he kind of came around to the Force being real, they let that moment breathe. And say what you will about J.J. Abrams, maybe there's a lot of things you could criticize, and I hear you. But he's at least something I value, which is sappy. He let the sappy side of Star Wars breathe. He let that moment breathe. And there were emotional notes in Rise of Skywalker. I'm not going to say the story was amazing at all, but at least the emotional moments were allowed to be that. And they could be sincere even if they were corny. I felt like Last Jedi was afraid to do that. But there are still things Last Jedi did on a way more galaxy brain level than the other two could even muster. There's things that, to me, that there's things I love and hate about all of them. So anyway, I don't want to go on about that forever, but there's things good and bad about all of them, and that's how I sit with it. But overall, did it add that much to the story? No, they were fun to watch. Well, guys, we are at I have to get back to work. I'm pretty much working every night late. As I said, until Christmas to get this special thing ready. And I'm really excited. I'm really dying to get this going. So I think I'm going to have to do that now and take off. But it's been fun talking about impressions and reactions and thoughts. No, Mega 64 does not do mandatory crunch. It's not mandatory. I want to do this. I'm excited. Looking forward to Todd and Aaron. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. In these trying times, I'm not sure if that's the best thing to do going forward. Anyway, thank you guys for the stream. Yeah, that you're thanking me for the stream. I'm thanking you for showing up. So thank you. That was fun. I meant to take calls. I never did. That's okay. Life goes on. And don't worry about burning myself out. If I was, I would definitely not have this attitude. I'm doing it because I'm excited. There's certain things that when I work on it, it's like Christmas. Like I actually wake up like, oh, I gotta go back to work on that. Very few things are like that, because even working on things you love, it's still work. The whole, there's difficulty with anything that's worth doing, but this I've been like so excited to do. So I got to run in the other room and get back to work on it. So I'm going to do that. But thank you guys very much for tuning in. This was just off the cuff. I ran a little late tonight because I lost track of time. I didn't think the awards ended when they did, and I was just like, wait, I gotta go. So anyway, thank you guys very much for tuning in. And I think I'll be on next week, and there will be a Mega 64 podcast this weekend. Hey, if you never picked up a Mega 64 sound only vinyl, our new kind of album we got coming out, pick that up. We were supposed to take down the sales link this morning, but I don't think we did. I think we left it open because we had some people had trouble with the store or something like that. So it's still up, but probably tonight it's coming down, I think. So if you never got one, order one on there. We got other stuff on there too. If you like the stream, whatever, a Twitch Prime sub or whatever they call it now, Prime Gaming sub is always good. But thank you for everyone who pre-ordered that. I appreciate that. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you this weekend on a brand new Mega 64 podcast, and it'll be fun. We'll have lots to talk about. So take it easy and have a good night. Okay. Bye. Goodbye.